Today we're going to talk about the potential profit of owning your own shop stall in a town, okay? Today we are at Limhurst, and there are plenty of plots for sale. Lucky for me, they're only 1 silver. Now, this is the test realm, so technically a plot of land in a town is going to cost you over anywhere from like 60 to 100 million, okay? But I'm going to explain what the town plots are, what you'll need in order to successfully operate a shop, things to look out for while operating your shop, and expected profits per month. Let's get into it, okay? So first off, you'll go to a plot that's either for sale or for auction, and you'll place a bid, or you could straight up buy it, which most shops are going to be up for auction for anywhere from 60 to 100 million. So let's say you place your bid, and you buy it, and now you own a land plot. And what that means is that you can build anything on it except for farms, kennels, and pastures, okay? You can't build those, you can't grow animals or crops in towns, but you can build buildings like smelters, lumber mills, alchemist labs, all that kind of fun stuff. All right, so let's say that you being in Limhurst, want to, capitalize on the fact that there's a fiber refining bonus here. And so you decide to put a weaver station down. So there you go, we got our weaver station, and we're going to go ahead and plop it down there, and then you would go ahead and build this like normal, which I don't have the materials to build it. But we're going to pretend that we built it. Here's a weaver station, and we're going to pretend that this is ours, okay? People can now come here and create cloth out of fiber, which is really totally awesome. Now, here's the things that you're going to need if you were to do this, okay? For one, every crafting station must be fed, okay? If you hover the mouse over, like, you can see the food percentage. This station is at 3% food. That's why it's all faded out. It means the station person's about to starve. You can see right here, food supply 3%, 19,009. Okay, when the station runs out of food, they won't craft anymore. They refuse to work. They will not let you refine fiber into cloth. The station becomes unusable until you feed them. So to feed them, you would click the portrait and you scroll down and you would give them food here in this box. Now, you can feed them whatever you want, but mathematically, their favorite dish will give them the most nutrition, weirdly enough, and that will increase their food percentage by quite a large amount. So, to be a weaver station, you would want to feed them chicken omelets. Fine choice, by the way. But here's the thing. Because every station needs food, you need an alt character, or even multiple alt characters, that are maximum level chefs. I mean, not just 100 in cooking omelets. I mean 100 in every aspect of cooking. Because if you don't, you will lose a significant amount of money. Like, if you just go to the market and buy chicken omelets, yes, you can feed the station, okay? However, if you do that, you are spending a crazy amount of money in order to get the station fed. You are not you're saving time, but you're not saving money, and that's going to cut into your business operating costs, which cuts into your bottom line, which means you are most likely operating this station at a loss, okay? So, with that said, you need a character, or at least 2 characters, with maximum chef skills across the board. And 1 character to max out chef skills takes about 6 hours and 111 million silver in materials. That's how long it takes, and you need at least, I would say, 2 of them, minimum, if you want to operate a stand. Because otherwise, you're not going to generate enough focus to cook enough food to keep these things fed to profit off of, and if they're not fed, no one can use it, and you lose money. Alright, but also, that's not enough, so we're going to use the weaver here as an example. In order to maximize your profits, again, not only do you need the chef character to cook the omelets, you need the characters to prepare the ingredients for the omelets. So, because it takes wheat, you're going to need multiple characters who are focused on watering wheat with their focus, okay? And lots of farmland, because you're going to need lots of wheat. And then you're going to need even more wheat, or carrots, or any crop, really. Carrots are the cheapest, but if you're growing wheat, you might as well use the wheat you're growing to feed chickens, to butcher the chickens, again, with your chef character. Now, let me tell you why you needed 2 chef characters, okay? You need at least 1 character to butcher the chickens, okay? And then you need another chef character to cook the omelets, alright? Otherwise, you're not going to have enough focus to do it with just 1 character. Now, as far as hen eggs go, currently on the market, hen eggs are ultra mega cheap, and it is actually more cheaper to buy them than it is to manufacture them, because to get hen eggs, you would have to feed the hens, and the food you're feeding the hens is worth way more than the eggs they produce. So a lot of people still have eggs from the old world back in the day when the market was different, and that's why eggs are cheaper than the food it is to feed the hens in the first place. So, with all of that combined, you can now supply your cooking station with plenty of chicken omelets. And yes, you might be able to profit if you don't do these things by just buying the food straight out, but it's going to massively, massively, massively cut into your profits to the point where you're barely going to be able to sustain a cook like one of these stations, okay? Also, with the stations, you have to worry about everyone else's prices around you, okay? So the way this works is it's controlled by the cartel, which is an actual player group. It's a group of players who basically dictate and set the prices, and if you don't do what they say, they punish you by going to your station and crafting a lot of low-tier gear, like low-tier goods. Like for this crafting station, if this person broke the rules and was selling too cheaply, they would come here and spin up tens and hundreds of thousands of fine cloth, because not only are they going to profit from it because your prices are cheaper than the market average, but it's going to not only eat all your food nutrition away, it's also going to ruin your crafting capacity. So crafting capacity means that you can only craft so much on a station before it needs time to recharge, okay? The only other way to get crafting capacity back is to completely deconstruct your stand and then rebuild it, all right? It's a little bit cheaper than building it the first time because you do get some of the materials back, but your crafting capacity, once this reaches 0, people cannot mass craft anymore. If someone rolls up to your station with a mammoth, with an inventory full of fiber to spin up into cloth, you don't have the crafting capacity, so they'll just go somewhere else and you lose all of that profit and all of that money. Okay, not only that, but you start also losing durability over time, and you have to repair the station, and repairs, well, I don't have access to this station, but repairs, you would have to, put in some of the materials and go buy that or acquire it through gathering and refining and all that fun stuff, but repairing is such a minor thing that it's not going to cut into your profits, okay? But the crafting capacity can go to 0 if there's a whale. If you're like the cheapest station, it's going to hit 0 that day, either from the cartel ruining your sales or from whales who want the cheapest and best deal. So the way this is combated by the cartel is that the inner circle of stations, which are closest to the town, generally sell for slightly higher, and they profit off of people's laziness not to run a few extra seconds to the faraway stations. So what you usually see here, we're going to look at all the weavers now. You can see this weaver is 400, okay, not bad. 310 because it's further away. Now, this station is listed at 9,999. What this generally means is that the owner is going to be offline for a while, and he doesn't want anyone messing with his station, or the cartel was trying to target him. So what happens is the cartel, if you're on their crap list, their poop list, then they'll come, drain your station of food and crafting capacity. So the only way to combat that, to make them not to, is to max out the price until you can get online and, sort your stuff out. Here we go. The outer layer is where things are the cheapest, okay? So this is 315, 325, 300, ooh, 300, uh-oh. Now, imagine if you owned a station anywhere on the map, it doesn't matter, and you decided to list it as the cheapest price. If you are on the outer circle and you list it at the cheapest price, maybe 5, 4, 3, 10, I wouldn't go so far as 10 silver, but maybe 5 silver cheaper than someone in the kind of middle circle, they're not going to care. But if you go cheaper than everyone else, like for instance, if I dropped a station to 299, okay, which the cheapest is what, 310, there's a 300 one right there, of course it's drained, there's a 375 one, that got drained, that one, and that one's pricey too, so I think the cartel had something to do with that, but, here's the thing, okay, like if Deep Gift here dropped his to 299, he's gonna be like banned in the cartel will blacklist him, they're gonna ruin every station he ever owns with that owner name or any that they might be able to figure out who he is, okay? So if you do want to go against the cartel, you're going to have to be prepared for that, and you probably won't profit after that at all, okay? So, with that also said, you know, that is how the prices work. You got the outer ridge, the kind of the middle, and then the inner ones being the most pricey. Like this guy can get away with charging 400. Obviously, I'm a penny pincher, so I'd ride down here to this guy and pay 310 for 2 extra seconds of, you know, riding, but some people are lazy. They might just have an ox, and they don't want to slow walk with their overweight ox all the way down here to save 100 silver per 100 nutrition. And that's how you profit. Now, what kind of profit can you expect? Let's look at this station owned by Sebastian here, who he's been, you know, crafted out. We can see here that, go to administration, and he recently took all his silver out. Oh, wait, no. He's got 2.2 million in here, and I'm going to tell you, like, this is probably how much he earned maybe in a day or so. It could be a little bit less, but at this point, he earned 2.2 million silver. All right, and we can go look at some other Weaver stations real quick. Like, let's look at this guy. He's a little bit, he's actually cheaper than our friend here, Sebastian. How much did this person earn? And again, I don't know for sure because they could have withdrew the money. This guy's got 11 million in there. Cool, because he does have the cheapest price. And then we can look at Yamoska here with the highest price on the map at 450 currently. And let's see how much he earned selling, you know, basically overcharging everyone, but being a little bit closer than a few other stations. So I would say his prices are a little too high, even for how far away his station is. It makes no sense. How much does he earn? Or how much has he earned? He's got 90,000 silver, so you can see that he's not earning nothing, okay? Now, what about one of these good deals down here? We got this guy for 300. Let's go to Deep Gift down here, see what his earnings are. Again, they could have pulled the silver out, you know, because they will be withdrawing the silver constantly in order to afford the food and upkeep and maintenance and etc., right? But, on average, running a shop, just one shop, and, you know, not fighting the cartel, you're going to probably earn 14 to 30 to 40 million a month after all your costs and after everything else. So, hold on. Am I in the wrong mode? He's got 18 million in here. Okay, so yeah, there you go. When you have the cheapest price, you're making at least 7 million more than the next best guy. What about this one? Right next door, super pricey at 375. How much did he make? Only 3 million. Yikes, man. So you can see there's a huge difference between high price and low price. 3 million, high price. 18 million, low price. People like the low price. And finally, let's check this one here, which is very close to the town. How much does he have in there right now? And I know, again, like I said, it's not a good indication of how much they're earning, but over a month after all the expenses are said and done, with one station while cooperating, you're making anywhere from, like, what I say, 14 to 30 million silver. But the thing is that while you're cooperating, you still have PvP. Like, say your neighbor goes down by a penny, then you have to go down by a penny or match his price. And if you go down too much, the cartel gets onto you. It's a whole lot of hassle. Basically, you're going to be spending 12 hours a day managing your shop, compared to everyone else managing their shops if you want to be competitive and make a profit. If you just set a price and forget about it and forget to feed it and forget to nurture, or not nurture, but forget to repair it and check on the crafting capacity to see if someone drained it or not, and then rebuild the building, you're looking at very low to no profits. I think some people lose anywhere from 40 to 60 to 100 million silver, like mismanaging their shop stall. It's a lot of work. Anyway, inner city, 6.3 million, so he's kind of in the middle there. You can see that, you know, laziness pays off. He's got that prime real estate, so he does make a little bit of money. But anyway, guys, I just want to let you know that's what owning a shop stall looks like. That's how it works. That's how it operates. And again, like, the profits are way less if you're in a town where you don't have the bonus. It's really that simple. Like, if we went to another town, let's go to Bridgewatch, for example, and see how much their weavers make. They're not going to make darn diddly squat. That's just the truth. If there's even, is there even going to be a weaver here? I mean, it would be smart for them not to, because this is a stone town. Yeah, it was 2 weavers, 9,700, and yeah, they're way overpriced. But these are noob traps, okay? The only profit that these guys are making is from new players who don't know any better, who believe that they have to craft all their own armor for some reason, rather than just go to the store and buy it, right? You don't see me, like, going out in the world and making fiber and getting cloth and making my own t-shirts. Why would you? But look at these guys, okay? Like, how much profit are they making right now? Like, 2.5 million, right? It's not even worth it. And that's from scams. Because ain't no one paying 9,750 per 100 nutrition. Alright, well, hopefully I educated you. And you could look at the same thing. Like, here's the primest of prime real estate for stonemasonry in Bridgewatch. And Bridgewatch is a stone town. How much does he have in his? Only 675k. But that's MSSJ. He's on he's always online. Right? What about, who's got the cheapest price? 650, 625, 650... See, they're all semi-cooperating with each other in prices. You don't have anyone super crazy, right? You got Big Teeny here. We'll go to Big Teeny and see what this person did at 650, which I think there was cheaper ones down here at 625. Big Teeny, Big Teeny is also cooperating, so this is closer, this is further away, so therefore cheaper if further away. I don't understand entirely why the cartel makes it this way. It should just be a free-for-all market, but not access rights. They have 1.9 million, so the stone market's very dead at the moment anyway, though. Kind of a bad example, but whatever. I hope you learned something from this video. I'm just talking about shop stalls. While you probably shouldn't waste your money on it, because you have a potential to lose so much money and not profit. It's a lot of spreadsheeting, it's a lot of work, it's too much work for me to bother with. I'm going to tell you right now. I can go craft and make way more silver just crafting and selling for minutes a day rather than spending hours a day multiple times throughout the day just micromanaging a shop, okay? It just ain't worth it. Anyway, guys, I'm so Benji. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Make sure you leave a comment because I read every single comment. I may not reply to them. I'll reply to the good ones. Like the video also, that helps out. And make sure you're subscribed because I've got videos every single day on this channel. Woo! Everyday videos. I'm gonna go put myself in prison. I'm now in prison. And, if you want to leave a monetary donation, click the thanks button down below. Right below this video, there's a button that says thanks. You can leave a donation through YouTube. It'll show up in the comments. Everyone can see it. It's a really powerful flex, okay? You can also become a channel member, $5 a month. Click the join button. And it's basically like subscribing to someone on Twitch, right? But it's YouTube. You get more, though. You get access to private, more personal videos. In the pinned comment is a playlist of those videos. Check it out. If one of those videos interests you, feel free to become a channel member. I've got builds on there that are too good for the public. I've got money-making methods that, again, are too good to share with the public. And a lot of other really cool videos, so feel free to check them out. I think it's worth $5. Look, I can't make everything free or I starve to death. I'm sorry. Maybe one day I'll make them available to everyone if I can ever make it on this platform. With that said, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Take care, lads.